Right, so this is the current updated place on where the level is, which since then I've named it Codename Rust. And there's actually a little bit of a secret within the name. So, Rust, if you. The game's theme is supposed to be talking about losing trust in a leader figure, except to kind of play on that, Rust, if you use the same letter and unscramble Rust, it's trust. So it's codename Trust, but it's spelled Rust. I don't know if that makes sense, but I thought it was a pretty interesting thing to name it, and probably something nobody else will figure out except for me. But that's fine. So, got the dialogue at the start. So you get to find out a little bit more on why you are here on this planet. You have the option to go sarcastic, so you can ask a sarcastic question and get a sarcastic response. So why do you need life support? You're a robot. Well, I guess by definition I am a robot, though I don't know why that's relevant to fixing this problem. Yeah. So then you have the quest. So you need to find 4 different tools. And so, since the last update of this level, I have actually figured out a lot of different issues I had, which is a huge plus. I figured out issues on why I wasn't able to upload it onto GitHub. So, I finally got that working, which is great. Second one was the issue I had with the textures. So I did have these assets already picked out, but I did not have them placed in my level because I could not get the textures working. And so these were originally a .blend file, and I figured out that the issue was that these weren't textured. They just had materials on them. So importing them into Unity as a .fbx file, it did not keep the materials. So I had to assign new materials within Unity, and that worked out pretty well. So now I've got the buildings in. There are a couple different locations. So this is the launch pad, and this is the ship that you come in on. So you can either take the stairs down or just go down that way. We've got the communication tower, got a couple of buildings and houses this way. This is going to be the lab that was mentioned in the dialogue. And right now, there's only one kind of NPC that has dialogue, which is this robot arm. I still need to finish adding in getting the animations functional and importing the other NPC assets. I do have the dialogue and NPCs figured out, but it did take me a little bit longer than I wanted to figure out the issues I was having. But there are a couple things. There are going to be tools lying around here. I have not inserted them yet, but the quest is the information for the quest is written out. There will be a quest line that will take you through this mushroom forest. So that is also why there is a bench right there. And so I figured out that issue, and I also had some issues with the movement, specifically camera direction. The asset I already picked out had already a movement script added, but I did want to get movement based on where you're looking, because the old script is really hard to navigate. Unfortunately, there are some issues like running sideways, but that is still a huge improvement. I can actually show you what issues I was previously having. So I think this is the first one. Oh, no, this is the second issue I had. This was me attempting to figure out how to solve the problems that I was having. I think this is the worst one. So, after spending a couple of hours trying to get that to stop, finally got working movement, which is a plus. But this is the current state of the level, and I should hopefully have more of the dialogue and the NPCs in the next couple of hours. So by the end of the day, or in 2 days, or in 1 day, I don't know. Hopefully everything will be finalized. But I've gotten past all the big issues that took me forever to get this up and running.